Cognitive Dissonance by AZLAN ADNAN, M.A. Sunday, 28th of September, 2025. The term cognitive dissonance might sound like something out of a psychology lecture hall, but the basic idea is straightforward. It is the mental discomfort we feel when our beliefs, values, or actions don't line up. That tension is unpleasant, so the mind naturally looks for ways to ease it, often by changing our thinking, making excuses, or justifying what we are doing. Picture someone who knows smoking damages the lungs and shortens life, yet continues to smoke anyway. The clash is obvious. I value my health sits uneasily beside I am inhaling smoke. To reduce that discomfort, the smoker may rationalize by saying, lots of people smoke and live long lives, or I'll quit later once things settle down. These little stories smooth over the contradiction. It isn't about deliberate self-deception. It's about the brain's drive for internal consistency. Psychologist Leon Festinger introduced the concept in the 1950s. His central claim was that human beings are motivated to close the gap between conflicting ideas because the discomfort of holding two opposing truths is destabilizing. Just as the body wants balance, the mind wants harmony. This plays out in countless ways in daily life. Someone might buy an expensive new gadget and immediately wonder if it was worth the money. To reduce the unease, they may convince themselves that it was a necessity or that it is superior to every rival brand. In relationships, people often excuse mistreatment with thoughts like, they had a hard day, or deep down, they didn't mean it, because confronting the contradiction between love and harm is too painful. Another common example is diet. Many people know, through science and common sense, that eating animal flesh is harmful to health. It raises risks of heart disease, cancers, and other illnesses. Yet they continue to eat meat because it tastes good and is deeply ingrained in culture. The resulting dissonance, this harms me but I enjoy it, is resolved through justifications such as everything in moderation, or my grandfather ate meat daily and lived to 90. The tension between health knowledge and behavior is reduced, not by changing the action, but by reshaping the story around it. Advertising exploits this principle all the time. Marketers deliberately create a sense of tension between who you are and who you want to be. A skincare advert whispers, "You care about looking young, don't you?" If you hesitate, you may feel that subtle pull. Maybe I am neglecting myself. The product is then offered as the solution to resolve the unease. Cognitive dissonance becomes especially visible in the political sphere. Suppose someone has championed a particular ideology or party for years, arguing passionately at family dinners and online debates. New evidence later emerges showing that the policies they supported caused harm or were based on false premises. To admit this would mean acknowledging that their past advocacy was misguided, even damaging. The discomfort is immense. Nobody likes to feel they were wrong for so long. Instead of facing the inconsistency, the person may double down, dismiss the new information as biased, question the integrity of the source, or shift the goalposts of the argument. The mental maneuver preserves self-image at the expense of truth. This tendency is even clearer when entire groups rally around disgraced leaders. Imagine a political party whose former leader has been tried, convicted, and found guilty of massive corruption, tens of billions stolen from the public purse. Every step of due process has been followed: trial, appeals, review, all ending with the same verdict. In principle, the case is closed, yet some loyal supporters refuse to accept reality. For them, admitting the leader's guilt would mean acknowledging that their years of loyalty were misplaced. The dissonance is intolerable. So they resolve it by rewriting the narrative, claiming that the prosecution was politically motivated, that judges were biased, or that a vast conspiracy was at work. They demand a royal pardon, insisting on the leader's innocence despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. In doing so, they protect their self-image. I was not fooled, I backed a great leader, by denying the facts. The cost is truth, but the benefit is psychological relief. This is cognitive dissonance writ large, not just an individual coping with conflict, but an entire movement reshaping reality to reduce inner discomfort. It is worth noting that cognitive dissonance is not always negative. The same mental discomfort can drive growth and change. A student who performs poorly on an exam but values academic achievement will feel the sting of inconsistency. That sting can motivate them to study harder. A person who cares about the environment but realizes their lifestyle produces excessive waste may feel uneasy enough to start recycling, reduce plastic use, or change travel habits. Here, dissonance is the spark for self-improvement. Still, we cannot escape cognitive dissonance entirely. It is built to the way the human mind works. Recognizing it, however, gives us power. When you catch yourself inventing excuses, dismissing inconvenient facts, or bending reality just to ease mental strain, it is worth pausing to ask, what belief or action here doesn't align? That moment of honesty can open the way to genuine change instead of rationalization. At its heart, cognitive dissonance is not a flaw, but a reflection of human complexity. We want contradictory things: security and freedom, indulgence and health, loyalty and justice, comfort and adventure. The mental friction between those desires is natural. Whether it trips us into denial or propels us toward growth depends on how we respond to the discomfort. Why WFPB, Doctors for Nutrition? WFPB stands for Whole Food, Plant-Based, a diet and lifestyle focused on plant-derived foods that are unprocessed or minimally processed, while minimizing or excluding animal products and highly refined ingredients. The diet emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, while avoiding added sugars, refined flours, and oils. The core principle is to eat foods in their natural state or close to it, rather than highly processed imitation products. Key principles: whole foods, foods that are in their natural, unrefined state or have undergone minimal processing, like canned beans or frozen vegetables. Plant-based, foods that come exclusively from plants, excluding meat, dairy, eggs, and honey. Minimal processing, a focus on foods that are as close to nature as possible, avoiding ingredients that are heavily refined, such as white flour, white rice, and added oils. Nutrient dense, prioritizing foods rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals to meet nutritional needs. Foods to emphasize: fruits and vegetables, a wide variety of fresh and colorful produce. Whole grains, such as brown rice, oats, quinoa, and whole wheat. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, and peas. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Foods to limit or avoid processed foods, any food that has been heavily altered from its natural state. Animal products, meat, dairy, and eggs. Refined grains, white flour, white rice, and pasta made from refined flour. Added sugars and artificial sweeteners, including high fructose corn syrup and confectioner's sugar. Added oils, even those considered minimally processed like olive oil, are typically excluded due to their processing and added calories. WFPB versus vegan diet. While both are plant-focused, a vegan diet focuses only on eliminating animal products and can include highly processed foods, while a WFPB diet additionally emphasizes whole, minimally processed foods. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong, May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.